So, good evening, Metaship traders. We are on the 5th of December, 8:31 p.m. Thursday evening, as always. Let's start with our Nifty and the overall market analysis. So, I'm using the TradingView platform here for our market analysis like we always do. The weekly chart of Nifty, the yellow channel, and we are at the upper border. We've been talking about the 12K psychological target coming in from this yellowish channel. Targets have been met. Resistance, we are facing it here. Considering the move that we had from the lows of 11,100, it is likely that at or little above the all-time highs, the market is likely to slow down, and it is essentially slowing down. Not much difference in terms of levels coming in from our weekly or the intermediate chart. We've been talking about this bluish channel, and we can get significantly higher targets from the Nifty, but that's for later. As of now, the index needs to close above this yellow channel, sustain above it comfortably. As of now, it's just breached it and it's struggling at it. Let's go one step further down. Look at the daily chart. This is an interesting chart. This is that 11,600, 700 intermediate supports that we have kept on our charts, just in case the index decides to come down, possible. Short-term level comes in from this yellow channel. The index had come down 3 days, held above it, and it's kind of bouncing back. But if this channel is gone, then the possibility of somewhere close to this, I don't know if it's going to come all the way down to 11,700, but 800 kind of levels, which is close to this low over here, is likely. If I turn this into a line chart, I can clearly see that some amount of intermediate divergences, classical intermediate divergence, which we call, has definitely shaped up with the momentum indicator. So that's the leading sign that the market is tired. It is showing, yes, I am tired, and it's kind of consolidating. This consolidation is taking the shape of a short-term correction. Now, will this extend further or not? I think a critical, crucial point will be if it closes below this close, which was 2 days back. The level, but the level over here on 3rd of December, which was Tuesday, was 11,994. It breached, bounced back, opened higher, and it's kind of closed at 11,998. So I believe a close below this closing price. So it will be clearer using the line chart. So I sense that a close below this closing price of 3rd of December will probably mean a breakdown of this channel. And in that case, the possibility of further 11,800, 700 opens up. 75-minute chart, one time frame lower. And we can see that we had drawn this channel, I think a week back or a couple of weeks back. This one. We have got a breakdown of that, a bounce back from that, and it's facing resistance here. So essentially comes down to the same point. The close below these previous lows will open up possibility of this fall. The bearishness that we are expecting from the daily chart is much more clearer on the shorter time frames, which is always the case. But concluding Nifty's behavior, the underlying trend is strong. The underlying trend is positive. Momentum is slowing down, and it should. If it closes below 11,900, 980, then there is a chance that it can fall further down in the tune of 200 to 250 points, which I feel for the weekly chart, it is a healthy correction. It's just that it should not dip below that 11,600. It means that all this effort of breaking out, sustaining, extending, new life highs, euphoria, it'll all fizzle out if it goes all the way inside this channel again. Doesn't seem so as of now, but the early signs will get once it closes outside this yellow channel on the downside. Bank Nifty. Let's start with the weekly chart. And we are in a nice channel, this red one. Exceptional parabolic steep uptrend that we saw from the lows of 27,600. All-time highs. And if this kind of momentum continues, and if this kind of support from stocks like ICICI Bank continues, then a retest of this channel upper border is very, very likely. On the downside, we have kept this as an intermediate support. Short-term view from our daily charts. And we notice here that, okay, yes, this is the daily chart. We have the breakout, retest of resistance becoming support, classical polarity, further rally further up, and the Bank Nifty is within a similar rising channel. And similar cases open up. 3rd December close price. If it slips below that, we have a channel breakdown. And in that case, the previous lows, which was the earlier highs, what's the level? It's around 31,000. So let me do one thing. Let me bring in a support zone here. So a breakdown of this channel is very likely to bring us to a test of this. I think this is highly possible. The reason why I say this is highly possible is by the nature of the steepness of this rally. The law of average will catch up, and the rate at which it had gone up is likely to slow down. So we're going to prepare ourselves for a possible retest of 21,200, 250 kind of levels. The trend is intact. There's no doubt about the underlying strength of the trend. We are bullish from a long-term point of view, but from a short-term point of view, I sense that long should be a little cautious and bearish or short swing trades should be the norm. So view of the market, intermediate to long-term bullish, short-term cautious, and maybe we are looking at a short-term correction coming up, not overly bearish. Let's look at how the markets or these sectors have played out. Now, this was a request coming in from one of our viewers who requested us, let's do a quick check on the behavior of the sectors. So for that, I will use the TTIRS software, which I use here, and I'll quickly run a ROC, a rate of change of the last, let's say 5 days. So we did it last Thursday. So let's say 5 days. And I'm going to select the group and I run it on the all indices first. Behind me is the daily chart. And I see PSU banks underperforming the largest over the last 5 days. Metals, big fall coming in from stocks like Jindal Steel. Auto, pharma, engineering, infra. So pretty decent participation coming in from large cap sectors. At the gainers, it's a reality, which is fine. The move that we saw in DLF was exceptional, but reality being the largest gainer for the last 5 days does not give us a lot of confidence. IT has started to move of late. You see movement coming in from Tech Mahindra, Infosys, TCS. So that has always been the kind of relay. Once large caps like Reliance Industries and L&T slows down, it's always support comes in from IT. Small cap and nothing much. So not much has happened from the large cap sectors when I talk about strength. In fact, they have mainly been towards the weakness. So this is, of course, not a very good sign. Doing the same report scan, and if I run it on, let's say, the FNO universe, and I run it the 200 odd stocks and index, it will quickly scan and figure out that Jindal Steel, Big fall today. In the last 15 minutes, this was exceptional. Reliance Capital is not worth discussing. India Bulls Housing Finance, I'm talking about last 5 days. The 16%, 15% is not today, it's the last 5 days. Infra again is not worth talking about. Arvind, Yes Bank, BHL, so you saw those PSU stocks, they are all over here. Not much quality over here. So I've got Hinpetro, which has come off quite significantly, the oil marketing companies, Bank India, Indigo, Tata Steel. On the positive side, Equitas, Idea, so the movement from within the telecom still stays, Ujjivan. So I think it will be a little more sensible if we scan this on, let's say, Nifty 200 or 100, let's say 100. Will give us a better idea than scanning it all the FNO counters. So India Bulls Housing Finance, HDFC AMC. Now this is a quality stock which has come off. I think you should look into it because the kind of trend that this stock has been since its inception, these are good opportunities to start accumulating. Yes Bank, BHEL are not worth talking about. The same kind of stocks, Tata Steel, auto stocks like Ashok Leyland, Tata Motors, DVR holding company, and odds like Coal India. So these are the stocks which have underperformed. So we have around 4 names which have lost more than 10%. Big fall. Idea, NMDC, Bharti. So you get Idea, Bharti, Container Corp. It doesn't matter much. ICICI, General Insurance, TCS. So we're talking about IT. Kotak gave a breakout. Infosys bouncing back. Wipro also bouncing back from its support. So I feel that IT can hold on to it for maybe tomorrow or Monday. Stocks like ICICI Bank are likely to get tired, which can drag the Bank Nifty down below that channel because it's exceptional move. So overall, the view stays the same that we had a good run. Now it's the time to consolidate. This consolidation has led to a short-term correction which can extend further down for another 200, 250 odd points. That's not surprising. That's not going to be a big surprise. And we should strategically not be very, very aggressive in doing long trades. Short swing trades like we get in the metal space this week are something that we can look forward to. So that's our market analysis, and like always, we're gonna use the next 45 minutes in talking about our trades that we have done, trades that we are going to do tomorrow and the